Alright, so right now I'm sitting in a hot car. Do not advise that, especially if you got young kids. Anyways, there's a purpose to this. I have self-diagnosed myself with a UTI. I've had one in the past. I was, want to say about 28. I'm in my 30s now, so typically it happens to older men. When men get them, men of course get them far less than women. Women are, of course, much more susceptible to UTIs than men. I'm kind of leaning towards whatever I have going on right now could be viral, but I still wanted to make this video about UTIs in men. At last check, my temp was 1012, which is about what I ran last time I had one of these, to memory. I gotta remember this was several years ago, so I don't exactly remember what my temp was. I know it was pretty high. And I went to my local doctor, my family physician, and she could not figure out what it was. Because men just, we do not get UTIs like women do. We are built differently. Is the simple reason why we don't get UTIs like women do. We are built. It's just our anatomy. We'll say. Keep it G-rated. It's our anatomy, how we're built. We do not get UTIs very often. The last time I had a UTI, they said it was because I held my urine for too long. And of course, I was in nursing school when I did so. So I could definitely believe that was the reason, because anybody who's been to nursing school knows that when you're in clinical, you do clinical, and if you got to pee, you better find you a chance to do it. And I just couldn't find a chance, and I held it for too long, so I developed UTI. Actually, the diagnosis I got was polynephritis, multiple infections in the kidneys, as way of UTI. So men can get UTIs. I've had them. They are no fun. I don't know how women function when they have a UTI. I remember seeing a commercial a few years ago about a woman. I want to say she was on a movie set. She was running around doing all these things, and she was like, "Don't let a UTI get you down." Nah, bro, listen. UTI got me down. I couldn't afford to miss any nursing school, so I showed up running like 102 fever. Of course, I was on Omnicef. I was on Omnicef back then. That's probably what they treat it for now. I've only had this temp for a day. I've been pounding fluids, especially cranberry juice. Just pounding fluids, trying to get whatever it is out of me, which is kind of how I've come to the conclusion that it's viral, because I've started having different symptoms, but that's not really related to the UTI video. Once again, I think I'm viral now, but I thought I was UTI earlier today when I was at work, especially because I was probably dehydrated, but my urine, it was very dark, very concentrated, very, it kind of burned when it came out, to be honest with you. And that was how it was when I had my UTI, except it was every single time I urinated. This time it's only been that one time, and since I've been pounding fluids, I haven't really had anything. Once again, why I think it's viral. So, when you have dark urine, when you have concentrated urine, when you're peeing like constantly, you don't feel like you can empty that bladder. Men, get yourself checked out, man. Especially older men. UTIs, they get you. Older men start having prostate issues. Your prostate basically gets, I don't know exactly how big it is, but it gets this big to that big. Like I said, I don't know the exact dimensions of the prostate, but it does get bigger with age, which is the reason why men, say after, I almost say 50, I really don't know the number, are probably more susceptible. I got my first UTI at 28. Like I said, I'm in my 30s now. I've never had my prostate checked. And to be completely honest, I really don't go to the doctor like I should. My wife's been telling me all day today to go to the doctor. I went to work. I work today. Probably not the smartest thing when I'm a nurse and I'm running a temp of 101. Probably not the smartest thing. Also, uh, men with catheters, or men with altered excretion habits, we'll say, you are very much more susceptible to UTIs. You know, I worked with a lot of war vets, and for some reason, injuries sustained, they had a lot of UTIs. I guess it's part of the anatomy, how it all works down there. But people that have taken bullets, or explosions, or trauma to the abdomen, men like that are more susceptible to UTIs. I'm still a young man, so I'm hoping this is kind of a go away problem. I'm kind of hoping this isn't a sign of things to come. Once again, I think this one's viral, but I really thought I had a UTI this morning just because of all the symptoms that I had the last time. So men can get UTIs, and they suck. When you have one, I don't know how you can function. Women, I don't know how you get by. When you have a UTI, I just feel like leaning over and kind of doing the fetal position, like through the hallway, just crawling. Just imagine that, somebody on the fetal position, kind of using their feet to scoot them around. That's really how I felt, because it would like bend me over. I haven't had that this time, thankfully. Like I said, I think it's viral again. But they do exist, especially women. Watch yourselves, men. You can get a UTI, and they are no fun. I hope it helps. I'm no expert in this field by no means, but thank you much.